It's Gratefully Living the Chronic Life. I am Lauren Zaleski, who is the founder and admin or whatever, just a very grateful member of Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. And we are on our 10th episode already, which I'm so grateful about. I'm so grateful. I know how precious our time is. Especially, if it's evening, your time. And, sometimes by this time you really just want to call it a day, but you come out every week, and I'm very grateful for that. We've got what I think is an awesome topic tonight, and I want to get to that. We've got some comments here already. Let's see who's here so far. We've got Margaret DeCarico Morris. Good evening, all, she says. Heidi Presser. Hi, Heidi. Glad you're here. Gail Turpin's here. Hi, Lauren. Hello, everyone. Hi, Gail. Thanks for being here. Oh, Jen, you love this shirt. I'll get to the shirt. You're obsessed like I am. And speaking of the shirt, Kathy Johnston. Howdy. I love the shirt, too. So let's talk about the shirt, shall we? Oops, somebody's coming downstairs. It's okay. My husband was trying to sneak down without getting in the broadcast, but I've got to bring attention to it. The shirt. I'm going to try to take off the banners here so I can give it the credit that is due. Hang on. Can I get that off? Here we go. Okay, so my shirt was made for me by Kathy Johnston. I kind of referenced something special that happened between the two of us last week. And it really kind of is just between the two of us and one other person, Amy, who I didn't know Kathy. She didn't know me, but we had Amy in common. And something happened last week. I can't really explain it other than it was magical, and it was, in my opinion, very obviously a gift from Amy. And it was very, very meant to be with Kathy. So gave her the gift, and she said that she was going to make me something. She had made me a while back. Hang on. Amy had Kathy make me this mug a couple of years ago. So I knew she had a friend that did this stuff. I didn't know it was Kathy Johnston. So anyway, Kathy made me this shirt, and I have to show you. It looks like just our logo, but it's not. It's our logo, which Amy and I designed a couple of years ago. But what she added to it is, let's go over here. She's got this beautiful lady with a queen. She's a queen of badassery. And then she's blowing on this dandelion. And if you can, now I'm showing my boob in the camera here, but it's not that big. they're little hearts that are blowing out. And I just think it's the most beautiful thing ever. And I told Kathy, there's going to be people that want this shirt. And she said, well, I can always make more. So if anybody is interested in grabbing one of these babies, you can talk to Kathy directly. Kathy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will treasure this forever. I love that this queen of badassery. She's pretty awesome. Just like you. Okay, who else do we have here? Facebook user says, hello. If you haven't been here before, what you need to do, if you want your name on the screen, because with the software that I'm using, you have to give them permission to use your name if you want your comment to show up on the screen. Okay, that's weird. Sorry, this just came up on my phone. So as you can, rattled me a little bit. It's probably little Anna, Amy's grandchild. I will call her back after. That was. Okay. Get my bearings here. Okay. I did speak with little Anna last weekend. We spoke for about an hour. She's doing really, really well for those of you who ask. Anyway, back to the Facebook user thing. So you have to log in. I think the link. Bear with me, folks. The link that's above where you had to log in today, I think there's a StreamYard link. If you click on that and give them your permission, you only have to do it once. Once you've done it, you never have to do it again. So that's better than, I can't see on my screen who Facebook user is, but hello. Thank you for being here. I'm sure it's somebody I absolutely adore. Linda Edwards, hello. Thanks for being here, Linda. Jen Leo's awesome. I assume you mean the shirt, and I agree. Deborah Immer Scott is here. Hello, everyone. Hi, Deborah. Linda Edwards says, love it. I know she said you wanted one too. Kathy says, you're welcome. It was very unnecessary, but I love it. Okay. Julia, you're here. Hey, with a purple heart. Thank you for being here, Julia. Glad you made it in. Glenda's here tonight. Hey, guys. Hi there. Kathy Johnson, that's a video message. Yeah, it is. She's calling through Facebook. So it's probably, sometimes she uses Amy's phone. Deep breath, hon. Thank you, Linda. Gail says it's all okay. I know it is. Arlene, big hugs. She needed to show you that she's here too. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She constantly, well, not constantly, she shows herself to me in different ways. And I'm very grateful for that. Linda, hugs. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. I'm okay. And we have another Facebook user. So hopefully you just heard that little speech I gave about if you want your name to show up on the screen, you need to click on that link and give StreamYard permission, because we're a closed group and they don't put your name on the screen outside of our closed group unless you give them permission. Let's see what else we got. Deborah, hugs to you, sweetie. Thank you. Right back. Heidi says, that is a cool shirt. Kathy, I think Kathy Johnston is the one who made it. For those of you that weren't here for that, she said she can make more. If anybody's interested, you can just contact her directly. It is a really, really cool shirt. Really, really cool shirt. I'm okay.
You take a break.
My husband's the sweetest man ever. He's watching in the other room. Thank you, Jen. Hug sweet Lauren, she is here. I'm not sure who said that because you're coming up as Facebook user too, but thank you. She is here. Karen's here. Yay. Love you. I love you too. Hugs. Thank you, Julia. And Margaret says, hugs, Lauren. Thank you, guys. Glendolf, sending you hugs. Thank you very much. Talk about it. Powerful feeling. Yeah, the typing was weird, wasn't it? The timing was weird. Recently, I've been talking to Anna on another phone, though, so just caught me a little bit off guard. But I think you guys are right. She wanted to show that she was here. You guys are going to have to build me up here. Arlene, that's exactly what my husband just said. You can take a break if you need it. Thank you. I think I need you guys. I need to talk to you guys. You know what? Let me just answer. That was, I think it was her son David's fiance. She said, I don't want to talk. So let me just message her back real quick. Just tell her I'm on a broadcast because there's really no reason in the world why I would never call her back immediately. I'll tell her she's going to be famous. I'm doing a live broadcast right now because that happens so often every Thursday night. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Now she's going to feel really bad. I hope she doesn't. She said, hey, can Anna video you? She's been asking to talk to you. Okay. Linda, she is with you. Yes, she is. She's with all of us. Oh, hi, Denise. Denise is here. Denise is in the hospital. She had surgery this week, having a very rough day. You are too, Lauren. I love you. I love you too, Denise. I'm so glad you came in. I know you've had a rough time sleeping. Why don't they let you sleep in a hospital? I'll never figure that out. It's like they go all day without checking on you, and then all night it's like they need to check you every 3 hours. I never understood that. Kathy, oh, I so want to reach through the screen and hug you. Me too, my friend. Linda, we love you. I love you too. Linda is always so good at making me feel better. She's the heart of this group. She really is. Arlene, it's all good. It is all good. Kathy Johnston says, hang in there, Denise. Yes, hang in there, Denise. Any well wishes for Denise, I will gladly give those out tonight, too. Hugs. Thank you, Glendale. Oop, we've got one here from Linda. Hi, Denise. And Deborah Immer Scott. Hugs, Denise. Hugs, Denise. Okay. I'm going to hold off on comments right there for a little bit. Hang on, let me take. One more just popped up. I'll give it to you right now, Denise, in case you have to leave soon. Denise, we are thinking of you, says Arlene. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, and Amy so rudely interrupted, we've got what I think is a really fantastic topic tonight, and one that I feel we people don't really talk about much, at least in my readings and stuff. They don't talk about, I mean, we all know the benefits of doing service or volunteering. Everybody knows that. But I don't hear much about ways that people with chronic conditions can do it very often. So I wanted to talk about that tonight, and I hope you guys have some good stuff for us. But a couple things I wanted to announce first, besides the awesome shirt by Kathy Johnston. The masks, the face masks. If you wanted to order and you didn't have a chance to, it's open until midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight, and then they're closing the order. So make sure you get it in if you wanted to order. Those of you that are international and already talked to me, I've got you covered. Do not worry. But if you wanted to order more, or you just didn't get an order in yet, it's midnight tonight, which is 4 hours from now. You have to get your order in by. Thank you all. I'm touched by everybody that wants to wear AOG on their face. I really am. Yeah, I think that was it from my little announcements and Amy's little announcement. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the benefits of volunteering or doing service work. And maybe prior to getting sick or injured or whatever your chronic condition is, maybe you volunteered in a certain capacity and then now you can't, your abilities are not the same as they were. Let me take a drink. Non-alcoholic, of course. I worked so hard on I put mascara on once a week, Thursday nights. I worked so hard on making sure there's no mascara on my face. And there was, so I cleaned it all up. It's going to get all over again, but that's okay. That's okay. So, some of the regular things that we know about, volunteering is not only does it help the person or group that you're helping, it helps us too. I'm sure you guys all know that in different ways. I just wrote down some. I couldn't find much. Like I said, I don't hear about this with people with chronic conditions all that often. And when I was doing my research for this, I couldn't find much. I did find a great article. I probably just wiped my nose window here on CNN Health. And this was only from December 30th, 2019. The article says, volunteering and other good deeds reduce physical pain, a study finds. Let me get to that after we go over just general for people without chronic conditions. It helps, you develop the people that you're doing it with. If there are people, you develop a social interaction, which is always good. Helps us find a sense of purpose, and all this stuff becomes so different when we become chronically ill, right? Reduces stress, builds self-confidence, keeps us mentally stimulated, helps your physical health, teaches valuable job skills, says you live longer, and your general health is usually better, which I kind of laughed about when I wrote that down, but the studies do show it. I think it's a little late for that, but we can still, we can still do volunteering. So I'll tell you, maybe if I tell you a story about my life as a volunteer, it'll get my mind off of other things. I was a professional volunteer in so many ways prior. I was sick. I got sick 20 years ago after my kids went to school, toddlers and all that. That's when my volunteering really took leap. Can you be a homeroom mom? Sure, I can be a homeroom mom. I can't say no. Homeroom mom, so much fun. PTA, way to go. Eventually became president of the PTA, brownie leader, all this fun stuff. But I was not as sick back then as I was now. And I don't even know when it was, maybe 8-9 years ago, when I had a flare that really just kind of changed things for me health-wise. And so that's when I started going into my dark period. And I think losing my ability to volunteer in those ways made me feel kind of useless. I don't know if you guys get any thoughts about all this stuff that I'm talking about, by the way, please put them on and I'll get to them. So yeah, I felt kind of useless. Like, how am I going to be of use now? So I think I thought, like, well, if I can't do that, then I'm just not going to do anything. And I didn't. I did nothing until I developed a very heavy drinking problem, which nothing funny about that. Coming up in 9 days on my 7-year anniversary of being sober, which I'm tremendously proud of. But in that year of my drinking problem, I just kind of threw life away and said, well, if I can't do it my way, I'm just not going to do it at all. And that was really to my own disservice. I wasn't really looking at what my life could be. I was looking at how my life felt at that time. I was kind of being like an angry toddler. I'm not going to do it at all then. And, people were afraid to ask me, friends were afraid to ask me to do anything because they knew I was sick and all that. And nobody really knows how sick you are. People care, but they just don't know how much, they care. So it wasn't until I went to rehab, Silver Hill, with Dr. Bruce Singer, who I mention all the time every week, where he kind of talked about things you can still do. He actually had us, well, sort of, he had us do a presentation at the end before we were to leave at the end of the month on like something that you used to do that you can perhaps do again. And I kind of skipped out on mine, not intentionally, but I think somebody was in for him the day before I was supposed to leave and do this. And so I didn't feel like mentioning it, so I just didn't do it at all. And it's not something I would have wanted to do anyway. But after I got home from rehab, I started going to a couple 12-step groups. One of them being for chronic, well, one of them being for my booze problem, of course. But the chronic pain one didn't come up until later. There is a Chronic Pain Anonymous. I highly recommend it. But there was none in New Jersey. It's not that well known yet, and I hope that you guys try it and really give it a try, because the 12 steps really work pretty well for chronic pain. So Dr. Singer, I think I told this, I probably said this every week too, but I went to go speak to like a year and a half after I left. Dr. Singer asked me to come up and speak to the group. He had a patient in mind that he thought I could help. And he said, so how are your Chronic Pain Anonymous meetings going? And I said, well, they're not, because there are none in New Jersey. So clever, right? No, because then he says, well, why don't you start one? Being somebody who can't say no, and also somebody who adores Dr. Bruce Singer, and I can't say no to him, I did. I started a face-to-face one in New Jersey. Now they have them on Zoom, which is great for us when you can't go out and all that. So I did that. And that kind of started AOG, believe it or not, because I started AOG in the very, very beginning as a way to remind people about the meetings. And then it evolved into this magic that it is today. So, and now today, AOG, as you guys know, is my passion and my life. And I truly don't know what I do. Oh boy. I truly don't know what I would do without you guys. It's the only work I've ever had that I would do 24 hours a day if I could, because I love it so much. I love you guys so much. I think the people that we attract are very, very special people. You're all very special people. And I think I can see in common that I have yet to meet somebody in our group who wasn't an empath. We care about each other so much. One of the things I always like to say is I love when I put a welcome post in for the new members that I just let in, and how we've got old timers that have been here, for all the 5 years we've been, AOG, and they come in and they say, hi, welcome, you're going to love it here. And Linda Edwards shared with me recently that that welcome post, from that welcome post, she knew that this was a place that she wanted to be a part of. So I feel very strongly about doing those welcome posts for people, so they're not just like left figuring out what the heck we're about, because we are very different from other things. Okay, I'm going to take some comments here because I'm missing all you guys. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Kathy Johnston, I'm not sure if I got this one or not, says, hang in there, Denise. Yes, I did get that, but it's worth saying a second time. Let me get my banner down. You'd think 10 weeks I would have learned this by now. No, didn't learn it down. Ah, there we go. Okay, back to the comments. Yes, I got these. Denise, got it. We love you, Denise. Everybody's sending well wishes. Hi, Denise, says Linda. Hugs, Denise, says Deborah. I think I got these too. Arlene said, Denise, we are thinking of you. Jen Leos, we love you, Denise, and that is true. We wish I could speak. I think I can speak for everybody here. We all wish that we could be there with, our arms wrapped around you right now. Julia has a quote. Those we love don't go away. Oh boy. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. That's beautiful. I haven't heard that one. Thank you. For anybody that may not know this person who I'm crying about, if you're new to our group, it's Amy Gray, who's my best friend, and co-admin with me of this group. She passed away in March. Linda Edwards says, love you, Denise. And Seaton says, hello, grateful family. Hi, Seaton. Glad you're here. LOL. I don't know what you're LOLing about. I'm sorry. I doubt it's with Denise, and I doubt it's me crying, but hey, let's laugh about it. Becky Martin says, we love you. Take time if you need it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Arlene, you are doing us all service by being here and opening your heart and soul to those who seek community. Thanks. See, that's the nice thing about being an admin or moderator of a group about gratitude, because you get thanked a lot. I don't know if admins of other group can say that, but I do get thanked so much, and every single one means something. It really does. A friend told me recently that her son noticed a change in her. I've heard that when I hear that the family notices a change, it's like no better compliment than that, or they notice a change in themselves. All right, hang on, another tissue. I'm going to be snotting all over the place here. Excuse me. I'm not a pretty crier. Amy could cry, and she looks better within 2 minutes. Not me. I look like I've been beat up by Rocky the whole day. Okay. Oh, Linda, let it out. We are here for you. And I'm going to say the same thing for Denise. If you have anything to say, hey, let's cry together, my friend. And Arlene, you're always good for a good cry. Linda, you too. Let's let it out. Seaton says, we love you exactly how you are. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Thank you for being here tonight. Okay. Margaret says, I delivered Meals on Wheels with a dear friend for years. I rode along and we both went to the door with our smiles and meals. I've had to stop due to the COVID virus. I miss it a lot. My friend is healthy and continues to deliver and visit. If this is something that you really enjoyed doing, whenever you feel ready, I mean, my pedestrian advice here, but I'm sure people would agree with me. When you feel ready, you can get back to it. or you can do something in the meantime. But that's really nice. I used to do Meals on Wheels with my mom, and the people that received the meals just appreciated it so much. It's a beautiful thing to do. Okay, Arlene says, through a postcard writing group, I write cards, notes, and postcards to care homes within our country and sometimes out of our country. To communicate with those who need it is a great service. I agree. I agree with that. Maybe we should do something with that. I'll be talking about that in a little bit. Arlene was what's the word I want to say? She was the inspiration for something new we're going to be starting, which I'll share about in a little bit. Kathy, we are so proud of you too, Lauren. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm proud of you too. I was so glad to see you. I was so glad to see it flush the format yesterday. Really, really glad to see you. Jen Leos, I volunteered helping nursing home residents with meals, read to them crafts, and I loved just listening to their stories. Imagine their life began 80 plus years ago. The history is just so special. It was such a joy. You know, and I bet they loved you, Jen. I bet they did. You know, I'm not over 80, but you know, sometimes my physical being feels like I don't know what it's like to feel 80, but sometimes my body feels like I'm 80, right? And you know, some of my abilities have been taken away. And it's funny because I can sort of envision how it must be to get elderly. Because it's like you know, you're a baby, and then I think I said this last week too, you're a baby and you grow up and you get wiser and wiser and wiser, and gosh, I've lived life and I'm so wise to the ways of the world now. And then all of a sudden you start resorting back to kind of like a child. So I think people that treat the elderly like the beautiful human beings that they are and the experience they have in life, I think it requires a special person. And Jen, you're definitely that special person. Glendale, I used to run a benefit event for a local domestic violence shelter and also was a business owner, and we were involved in our community. Since becoming unable to volunteer, I have donated artwork to charities for benefit auctions. That's fantastic. That is absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I would love to hear more about that. And this is really what I wanted to talk about tonight, is maybe things you were doing pre-chronic and things you do now, or things you do now that you did post-chronic that maybe you found you like to do, or, you know, with your new abilities, your new gifts. You know, the last 3 weeks, I thought this topic, I was going to put a poll out this week for a topic again, but I thought when this one kind of came to me a few days ago, I was looking at what we've gone over the past 3 weeks, and it kind of leads up to this. It was, we went from episode 6 was depression. Episode 7 is adaptability, or how, you know, how we kind of morph into this new chronic life. Episode 8 was creativity. Last week was, you know, hacks to live better. And this is the ultimate hack, isn't it? Doing for others. Because like I said before, you know, I felt like I love to do things for others. That's just who I am. And my kids are so darn old. They're in their 20s. They don't need me much anymore. But I'm really, really happy to have them home. My husband's very independent. So we have a great relationship, but he's independent. He doesn't need me every 2 seconds, which, trust me, I'm grateful for. But so I'm kind of on my own. So I love to help other people. And Rob is very, very supportive of AOG. And, you know, look, he's in there watching. He watches me every week and he tells me what he found funny. He knows I like to be funny. Yeah, Glendale, if you want to share more about that, I'd love to hear it. Is the 12-step for Julia says, is the 12-step for chronic pain only for people with substance problems? That's a great question. And no, it's not. It's for people that live with chronic pain and illness. Some people have chronic or have substance abuse problems. Some do not. But they really don't even talk about specific meds or whatever. Their official stance on medication is it's between you and your doctor. So if you're on pain medication or whatever, you don't have to worry. That is not an issue with Chronic Pain Anonymous. If you guys are, can I post comments? I think I can. I'm going to put down CPA's website. It's chronicpainanonymous.org. Great website, great organization. Will that go up there? Looks like it might be doing something. I don't know, we'll see if it did. But chronicpainanonymous.org. I'm so glad you asked that question. I used to answer that for people all the time. And now I've been a member for so long that I forget that is an important question because the anonymous part of it makes it sound like it's a substance abuse organization. But believe it or not, there's like 140 different 12-step programs for various things, Overeaters Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous. And, there's only a few that actually touch on the substance abuse. So I would encourage you to check it out, Julia, and see if you like it. Okay, who else we got here? Oh my, I'm missing a ton. I'm sorry. Diana, big hugs. Thank you. You too. Becky says, this is a magical group. Such a blessing to me. We are a family. Love you guys. Becky Martin. Becky Martin, your name's actually showing up. You did it. Somehow you did it. Thank you. It is a magical group. And I'm not saying that just because I founded it, because, I started the legwork on it. But what happens when you put all of us in the same place and you tell people you really can't talk about your specific illness or problems? We try our best to keep it on an even playing field, so it's not like a competition as to who's in more pain. And we're strict about it. We don't have to really remove that much because I think I drill it into people before they join. This is what we're about. And it's the only way it works, really. We're not trying to be mean about it. And at Flush the Format and here, by the way, so 3 days in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can talk about your specific ailments, medications, and all that. So if you do need to talk, Flush the Format Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesday afternoons, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, we had a really good, well, they're always good, but yesterday we were all crying. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. So if you haven't tried that, I encourage you guys to. Kathy Johnston, I used to do Meals on Wheels too and serve meals at the soup kitchen. Now I do something called Dashing Beauties of the 603. You make surprise baskets or items and deliver them to other ladies in the area. Ring their doorbells and dash away. It is random and so fun. Oh my gosh, my heart. I love that. And I know Arlene Hildred right now is writing all that down because that is so up her alley, except for the dashing part. I don't think any of us can really dash. I used to kid Amy that she was always shuffling around, so we shuffle away. But that is the cutest idea, Kathy. Dashing Beauties. Is that like a nationwide thing, or is that like a local? Is the 603, is that your area code? I think that's fantastic. Kind of like the welcome wagon was years ago, right? I love that. It's absolutely adorable. Heidi says, I volunteer with a religious organization by learning over the phone with someone. I was going to bring that up. The phone and the internet are our friends. You know, they can be really stressful at times, especially right now. So I try to stay. I go into AOG and that's kind of it. I'm on Facebook all day, but only AOG for the most part. But there's so many great ways that we can volunteer and be of service. And on the internet is one of them. You know what? You guys that are they're giving us your ideas right now, that's service, that's volunteering. It's helping you, but it's helping us too. It's giving us ideas, showing that we can be useful no matter what our abilities are or our new gifts. We can be of use in a lot of different ways. You know, some of mine, like the group of course, making the graphics. I didn't know how to do that before I was, you know, with CPA or this group. I taught myself writing. I always liked to write, and I think I thought about journalism as a career, like in high school. I don't know what happened to that dream, but I've discovered, you know, as post chronic illness that I like to write, and I think I'm pretty good at it. I was going to mention that I forgot to write this down too. The Mighty, that website called The Mighty, anyone can submit their thoughts and ideas to The Mighty. I don't know what they're, I mean, this was when I was doing it, it was years ago. I'm sure they have a lot more people that do it now. But man, you feel like a rock star when you get in The Mighty, don't you? I'm sure many of you have done it already, but if you like to write, you know, you have something to say. You've got a story, and your story's worth hearing, every single one of us. Every single one of us. Arlene, now I find projects that fit my needs. I will be leading an art class, socially distanced, at Brain Trust Canada, a place where I found community after my strokes. You've mentioned them before to me. It's only once a month for 3 months and only 2 hours each time. Just my pace. Yep. And I can feel good about it too. Yes, you can. I love that. That's fantastic. Heidi, most people aren't pretty criers. It's okay to cry. Thank you. Yeah, I do the ugly cry that Oprah used to talk about. I do the ugly cry. Pamela. Hi, Pamela. I arrived here late today, and I'm sorry to see you upset, Lauren. Sending you love. I assume you didn't see what happened, but Amy's cell phone number was calling me, and it was little Anna calling me wanting to talk, but it was just caught me off guard, and I'm having trouble stopping. So that's why I'm crying. And if I have to cry with anybody, it's you guys. Hey, Robin's here too. Hey, everyone. Better late than not at all. Yes, for sure. We are talking about doing service work, volunteering, what we used to do, if we used to do anything, what we do now based on the gifts that we have now, and maybe some of the abilities we don't have anymore. We can, translate that to something else. Vicki Blackburn, just talked with Denise. She asked me to let you know she's in pain and will appreciate prayers. We will probably talk tomorrow. She's such a sweetheart. She certainly is. So if you believe in the power of prayer, Denise Gorgie could use your prayers. She's had a rough time with it. She had some titanium plates put in her leg going up to the hip. This is the third time they've broken. So she had surgery just yesterday, and she has problem with how she handles pain medication, not from an addiction point of view, but just she doesn't tolerate it very well. So there's only certain things they can do. So if you believe in the power of prayer, we send them out to you, Denise, if you're watching this later. We all love you, my friend. Oh, this is a good one. Well, they're all good. Don't get me wrong, but I hadn't thought of this one, is what I mean. Julia says, I donated my hair for cancer one time and also made I guess it's supposed to be crochet shawl that I donated to a bearing mom who lost her kid due to cancer. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I'm sure she was very appreciative of that. Heidi says, I volunteer by being the mentor when learning over the phone with someone about religion. That's a fantastic way to donate your time, Heidi. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, okay. I guess Chronic Pain Anonymous showed up. Gail says, I just got the website. Good. Jen Leo says, belong, not swiveling. I assume that's from a prior post, but I'm so behind. I don't know what it is, Jen. I'm sorry. I do that to you every week. I'm sorry. Glendale, haha, no dashing here. More like creeping. Yep. We're all the 603 creepers. Seton, the LOL for when you said you needed a drink other than not alcohol. Yeah, that was a funny one, right? Here's Kathy again. 603 is New Hampshire area code. I think it started as another name, but I can't remember what it was called. P.S. I don't dash, really. I creep. We kind of knew that. Creeping's good too, though. Oh, I knew it. Arlene says, taking notes about dashing beauties, making my brain itch. I've never heard that before. That's cute. I knew it would make your brain itch. Seton. I asked Seton to make sure she has a prior engagement on Thursday night, so she hasn't been able to make the last couple of weeks. But Seton, she comes to Flush the Format, and she's always inspiring me with some of the service work that she does and that she can do right from her bed or couch or whatever. So I asked her, and I thank you for coming, Seton, to come tonight to kind of share some of that with us. I'm so pleased to see so many of you giving us your ideas. They're just beautiful. So Seton says, I encourage people who crochet or knit hats and blankets for preemies all over the country. She told me this when I first met Seton about the encouraging people. She said, I encourage people online. And I knew that was really where she does it is not necessarily AOG, but she does it with us too. Encouraging people, man, if that's all you can do, it's not just, encouraging. Seton didn't say that. I'm saying that. It's a big deal. Some people just on any particular day, and my week has not been great. It's, it just helps. It helps. Getting encouragement from you guys during this unexpected surprise tonight really helped a lot. Thank you. I'll try to take some video of little Anna and put it in the group when I talk to her. Kathy Johnson, some messages I don't see. Glad you are reading them. Oh, that's weird. Thanks, Kathy. Not sure. This is Facebook user. Hello, first time here. Welcome. Since it's your first time here. Oh, Kathy's ahead of me. Welcome, Alexandra. So ahead of that, on my end, all it says is Facebook user, because you have to, if you want your name to show up on the screen, you have to click on the link and give StreamYard permission, since we're a closed group. So Kathy says, welcome, Alexandra. I'll say the same thing. Hi, Alexandra. If you want your name to show up, if you log back out and come back in, then it'll show up. But thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. All of you. I know how precious our time is. I really do. Seton, I sporadically send text messages to my nieces and nephews, which are specific to each of our special relationships. Oh, I want them to know that they are loved. I saw you say something about that on Facebook the other day, I think. I think you remind me, but I think you had a post. There was a picture, and somebody commented on it maybe, and you said this was specific to her, or a memory we have or something. Am I wrong? Am I making this up? these are great ideas. Seaton also says, welcome, Alexandra. So happy to have you here, Alexandra. Tammy Blizzard. Hi, Tammy. I think you're in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. What time is it there? We're so appreciative that you're here. Thank you. And all of your veterinarian friends that you've sent to the group. It's wonderful. Tammy says, COVID has given me new opportunities. The big one is helping a local college student that lost her source of income. So I pick up her groceries when I get mine with the help of my kids. A good thing for them to see. Yes, it is. And then drop off at her house. I am also sharing meals and goodies with an elderly couple in the neighborhood that were isolated. I think I enjoy it more than they do. Oh, I know they do. I haven't seen my parents in months, and I miss them terribly. We Zoom, but yeah, that's wonderful, wonderful stuff you're doing. And I was going to mention too regarding, the COVID virus. So many people were making masks. Can't talk tonight. Masks. My mom was making masks. And I saw so many people on Facebook making masks. I think some of you were too. And that's a beautiful way to kind of feel like you're doing something during, all of this madness that we've been going through, everyone all across the world. But COVID did bring new opportunities, that's for sure. I commend you for finding that opportunity. There's so many different things you can find, no matter if, I think when you mentioned volunteering, or when somebody would mention volunteering to me, my very first thought is working in a soup kitchen. I don't know why. I've never worked in a soup kitchen. I wouldn't mind working in a soup kitchen. I can't stay on my feet very long. Why I come up with that, I don't know. And then I think, well, a lot of us can't work in a soup kitchen. It doesn't have to be that complicated, And so I wanted to show this with the help of you guys, what you're doing the entire show for me, and I'm so grateful, was that there are lots and lots of things we can do right from the comfort of our home, our beds, our chairs, whatever. You guys are the best. Julia, regards not seeing all the comments. Let me go back to see what you had said. From my personal page, Julia, she's talking about, because some people are viewing the live, not from the group, but from her personal page. Oh, probably my Gratitude Addict page. I would have thought they'd be in sync, though. Interesting. So you can't see all the comments on both of these pages. You would think once you give permission, you would. Interesting. Thank you, Julia. Thanks for clearing that up. Seaton, sounds like your memory and mine are the same, Lauren. Oh, they are. And here's Seaton. Again, Chronic Pain Anonymous Zoom meetings existed before the pandemic and will continue afterwards. Yes, they will. We knew about Zoom before everybody with the COVID virus discovered Zoom, didn't we, Seaton? Anybody who's a member of CPA, we've been doing these, for a couple of years on Zoom. It's a perfect solution. There were phone meetings, but it's kind of hard to see, like when you have eye contact with people, you get more tone of voice, which you don't normally get like on the phone. So Zoom has been a fantastic resource, and you can turn your video off and your audio off on that as well, just like we do in our see, I forget what I just said. Just like we do. Oh, and flush the format. That's what I was going to say. Yay, I remembered. Woohoo! Heidi, can we still buy the AOG masks? Yes, for those of you that came late, the masks are available to buy. The order is stopping in 3 hours. So 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. So 3 hours from now. And then it will be cut off. I don't think we can add any more after that. And they will be shipping directly to you. Thank you to all of you who ordered. I can't wait to get mine. I'm thrilled about it. Kathy Johnston, I can't work in a soup kitchen anymore either because standing on my feet for too long is difficult. Same. Yeah. I guess we can probably like sit down on occasion, maybe. Seton spelling shows as Elizabeth Silver on my end. It's her alias. Her real name is Seton, Seton. Yeah, this is her alias on Facebook. I'm kidding about that, of course, but it is Seton Silver. Was she? Oh, she was in Flush and Format yesterday, weren't you, Seton? Yeah, same person, Elizabeth Silver, Seton Silver. Okay, Arlene. Well, I think it counts as service when I yell hello to the neighbor who stops me whenever I leave the house because she smiles big time whenever she catches me. I think that is I think that is service for sure. Facebook user says, "Where are the masks? I would like to order one." Okay. I will put they're through a company called Custom Inc. I will put, as soon as the broadcast ends, I will put the link to be able to order the masks at the end of these comments. Actually, I'll probably do a separate post as a last minute reminder. But yes, they are available. They're black, they're triple ply cotton, washable, and they've got our awesome logo on it. They're very exciting to me. Seton says yes. Oh, Seton says Seton Silver is not on my phone. Gotcha. Okay, there were a couple things that I missed, and maybe we can stop this at an hour. Maybe I can catch Anna still awake. Although I hear she started back at school yesterday, so I'm excited to hear all about that. There were a couple quotes I wanted to read to you. The first one is from Charles Dickens, and it says, "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another." Oh, you know what? I forgot. I made banners. So there's the quote. "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another." I agree with Chuck Dickens. I don't think any of us are useless. I think you join AOG knowing full well that you're going to help yourself while helping others. Every single one of us, whether you participate or not, having your heart there is all we need to make this work. My next quote is from Dr. Bruce Singer. And he said this, he does these daily affirmations on his Black Ducks Facebook page every morning, or has been for the last couple of months. And he said this, we were talking about gifts, I think, the other day. I think that was the topic. But he said, "A heart filled with gratefulness is a heart that is open to the flow of gifts." Oh, I think it was written in the affirmation. "A heart filled with gratefulness is a heart that is open to the flow of gifts." Bruce Singer. Anything with gratefulness, I have to copy down, of course. So I had those two quotes. Does anybody have any other last minute things that they wanted to offer? I mean, I wrote down in case nobody was contributing, but the things that it helps us with: builds your self-confidence, reduces stress, keeps you mentally stimulated. We get to help others while we help ourselves. We talked about that. They say it helps your physical health. People live longer. I think I mentioned that already. And in general, your health is better. And in the CNN article I referred to before, look at this. Look at this article. You can be a baby cuddler at the hospitals. I want to be a baby cuddler. Don't you want to be a baby cuddler? Wouldn't that be something fun to do? Look at that baby. Babies need cuddling, and I'm willing to do it. in the CNN article that came out in December, it says, it also appears that giving can help us cope with pain. A 2017 study found chronic pain sufferers who volunteered reported decreased pain along with improved sense of purpose. Purpose. We all have a purpose. We just need to change. We may need to change them a little bit. We may need to modify or adapt, but we can find it if you look hard enough. Listen to some of these great ideas we've got today. I'm getting a lot of comments on the baby cuddling here. You can find anything. You can. Oh my gosh! I almost forgot the big thing I was going to announce. All right, let me get to these, and then I'll get to our big announcement. Oh, Seaton says the masks you can order in announcements. They are up in our announcements with the link. But I was just on there earlier and informed me that we've got just a couple hours left. Thank you, Seaton. I forgot they are in the announcements, but I'll still put up another link later. And Arlene says it is service also to be kind and gentle with others, even when they are not happy. True. Kathy Johnston says, love that quote. Me too. Love both of them. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but I love both of them too. Great quote from Seaton. Good quote from Robin. Love the quotes from Arlene. Seaton says, I call one of my nieces Ducky based on Black Duck moments. Is that a fact? Don't tell Bruce. He'll get a big head. Just kidding. Lisa. Yes. Wish I could know what the yes was for, Lisa. I'm sorry. I didn't get to your question. I'm sure it was a really good one. Yes. Margaret says, I actually know a baby cuddler. I want to know this baby cuddler. Oh, baby cuddled. Yes, Lisa, I'm with you. Let's cuddle some babies. Man, how could you be in a bad mood after that? Except if it was my son who cried nonstop, but he's nice now. Robin says, I like that t-shirt. I missed that part at the beginning. Can you get those from Custom Ink too? No, but I explained at the beginning. This shirt was made for me as a gift from our member, Kathy Johnston, not Johnson, Johnston, who is in this thread. She makes these, not normally AOG stuff, but she makes things like this for people. And she made me this beautiful gift. She was a friend of Amy's who I didn't know. I was a friend of Amy's that she didn't know. And something very special happened with us and a gift from Amy last week. So she wanted to make me this shirt. So it's got our beautiful logo on it, which Amy and I designed together. Amy found the gratitude symbol, and we use that as the O. And then this little crown is for, Amy came up with that for the queens of badassery or kings. And then Kathy added to it and put this beautiful woman with the crown, the queen of badassery, with a dandelion blowing all these hearts out. Is that not the most beautiful thing? I treasure it. I will treasure it forever. And I told her, I'm like, you do know that people are going to want this. And she said she can make more. So if anybody is interested in a shirt, talk to Kathy directly. You can private message her, or if you can't reach her, I can give you her name. It's unfortunately not something we can get on Custom Ink because, I mean, who does work like this? It's beautiful. But Kathy can help you out with that. I'm glad you like it too. I think it's fantastic. Here's Kathy Johnston. Oh, I missed this one. Seaton says, a sense of purpose is invaluable. You're absolutely right, Seaton. And thank you again for coming tonight and offering your service. I'm not trying to be funny about that. I know you have another thing that means well to you on Thursday, means a lot to you on Thursday night. So thank you for being with us. You can tell us about your, ways that you contribute with your based on your activity. Kathy says, I always wanted to cuddle babies too, but with COVID, that is impossible right now. You're right. It's not, but I'll be first in line to cuddle those babies as soon as I can. Oh, Lisa just said the same thing. I wonder with COVID if they were allowed. I doubt it. Seaton says, focus on what you can do. That's right. And that changes day to day, doesn't it? But gosh, like Seaton said earlier, if you weren't here, she's an encourager for people that crochet things for, I think is it a cancer group, Seaton? But isn't that just the best thing, encouraging people? That's what we do here at AOG. Focus on what you can do. I'm going to put that in quotes and put that Seaton Silver says, focus on what you can do. And that's absolutely right. Kathy says, message me, Robin, and you can order the t-shirt direct from me. Awesome. Kathy Johnson, thank you, will do. Lisa, I am grateful given steroids until my lumbar spine epidural June 15th. Northwestern just opened the pain clinic June 1st. Yay. Good luck with that. We'll be here for you. We wish you all the luck in the world. If you need to talk about it more, come to one of our Flush the Formats. We'd be happy to listen to what you may be worried about or whatever. That's what we're there for. Glendale wants a shirt. Awesome. Seaton Silver Preemies. Oh my gosh. I think I'd sit there crying the whole time with preemies. That would be very special, though. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to close it out now at a record hour and 7 minutes. I just can never stop because you guys always put good things in there. And look, my mood is 1,000% better thanks to you guys. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch from the beginning. Something interesting happened, and so I've been kind of a crying, I'm not going to say mess. I've been crying a lot tonight, but that's just our reality, isn't it? Oh, Denise is back. Denise, you guys are getting me through this difficult time. I love you all. Mwah. We love you, Denise. We can talk after I'm done here if you need to. Flush the Formats ? Every Tuesday and Wednesday, we offer something called Flush the Format, which is a live chat on Zoom. And we call it Flush the Format because all of our regular AOG rules don't apply. So you can talk about your specific illnesses and injuries. You can talk about any of that, any concerns you might have. You can talk about anything, and we're there for you. It can be really, really helpful. Yesterday, we had a very therapeutic one, I thought. And we'd love to see you. So Tuesday night is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Wednesday is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find out about them if you look under our events. They're both listed there under events, and we put reminders every week. So I'd love to see you at one, Lisa. Oh my gosh, Arlene, thank you. Are you announcing something? Oh my God. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh gosh, forget the record time. I'm going to let actually Deborah do the big announcement in the group, but based on, thank you, Arlene. Based on a comment that Arlene made a couple weeks ago, we are starting AOG, we're calling it AOG Happy Mail Club. And it's sort of like Pen Pal Challenge, which we've done a couple years. We did it 2 years, I think. This one's going to be a little bit different, though. And it's for anybody that may want to write letters. It's for anybody that may want to receive Happy Mail postcards, whatever. Very little rules, but Deborah is going to do an announcement not sure, within the next day or two, I assume. No pressure though, Deborah. And so, when she mentioned, when I think it was I that mentioned Arlene had written me some happy mail, and it was so adorable. She put some stickers in there, and I called it happy mail. It made me very happy. So we want to offer that and do that. I mean, writing a letter is so therapeutic and I think it's very mindful, because when you're writing a letter, all you're doing is thinking of that person. And when you receive a letter or a postcard or whatever, all you're doing is thinking of that person. So to write them is a privilege, and to receive them is a privilege. And so we wanted to offer that to anybody who is interested. Thank you, Arlene. I would have been, as soon as I logged off, I would have been like, yes, thank you. We're very excited about this. And for more information, we'll give you all the information that you guys need, but I hope you're as excited about it as we are. Lisa, what is that? Flush the format. I assume I answered that for you. Okay, let's close up here. Seaton, thanks for your time tonight. Thank you for your time tonight. Early. Yeah, I'm announcing something. Crying is okay. Yes, it is. And I've vowed to no longer apologize for it. But I was caught in a sorry yesterday when I was doing it. I think it flushed the format. So a few of you witnessed it, but I caught myself. God bless you, says Lisa. Seaton says, love to you, Denise. Kathy says, thank you all tonight. Lauren, tears are signs of love. Cray. It's also a sign of cray cray. You wrote cray. I know you meant cry, but it's not a sign of cray cray. I am cray cray, but cry all you need. I will, and I have. And I guess I will continue to do that. Have a good night. Thank you, Facebook user. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited that you guys, when we start broadcasting, we just build, and we really don't lose the live members. That we don't get a lot that leave, but if I go much longer, I will. So Glendale, hugs and love, Lauren and everyone. Y'all fix me. Y'all fix me too. I mean, cry. I know what you meant, but I am cray cray. Thanks for hanging in there tonight. Glad you are feeling better. Thank you. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I didn't know about Flush the Formats, and thanks for the info. Yeah, we advertise them every Wednesday and Thursday. I usually talk about them in my goodnight posts and in the morning post. We actually talk about them quite a bit, but maybe not in the things that you read. So yeah, they're wonderful. They're really, really wonderful. And we just thought it was fair, Linda and I, a couple of years ago, we just thought it was fair that, if we don't let people talk about their ailments, we want to give them the opportunity to do that if that's what they need. If you don't have another outlet, or if you do have another outlet and just prefer to talk to us, we offer that. Kathy says, love the idea of happy mail. Me too. Yay, happy mail sounds fantastic. I used to write and mail a letter or card every Monday. I knew you'd be into this, Seaton. I am happy about happy mail. Good. Thank you. Arlene, happy evening to all the pain warriors here. Good night. Gail's a heart. Go now. Stop commenting. Okay, guys. I love you. My grateful gang. I love you. Peace. No, peace and love. Thank you all for everything tonight. I hope you got something out of it. I sure did. Oh, Seaton, she commented. Flush the Format is my favorite time of the week. Okay, I'm done. You guys can keep commenting. And for anybody that, Robin Davis, bless you all. All right, I'm going to stop commenting because you'll be able to read these, okay? Good night, you guys. I love you. Mwah. Thank you. Don't forget, talk to Kathy Johnston if you want a shirt. Good night, gang. Bye. End broadcast.